Hi, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your September Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you haven't, I really appreciate it. I just got back from the French Quarter and I'm excited because I'm using a new deck. If you've been following the channel for a minute, you might know that I try to get to New Orleans as much as I can to stock up on the goods for the year, but also to get really inspired and to connect with spirit because there's so much energy in the French Quarter. It's ridiculous. I mean, I even saw ghosts with my own eyes. Pretty intense. This is the Tarot Illuminati that I got while I was there. So I'm going to be shuffling that. Taurus, please watch the sun sign, rising, and moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. Venus, your ruling planet, goes direct on September 3rd. And this is a replenished energy in the sector of Leo for you, the fourth house of home, mother, foundation, family, where you find comfort. Having Venus direct here now, this is time you've assessed the home environment, the dwelling, your relationship with your family, your mother figure. Maybe it is time to now nurture that relationship, that home, to love on it, to decorate it, to treat it the best with all of your heart, to create soothing and smoothing atmospheres in your home according to color, texture, feel, art. What pleases Taurus is entering the home. There's also feminine quality to entertaining in the home, connecting with the women in your life, building on, no, not building, that's Mars. Smoothing over relationships that have come up to you. Oh yeah. You notice who's been reaching out in a Venus retrograde? Previous romantic relationships, lovers, ex-lovers, people that remember you because they once felt something for you, even more so than a Mercury retrograde. And to have those beasts retrograde at the same time, and actually all of our planets with the exception of Mars are retrograde. So it is really bringing in a lot of past energy. And for Taurus, no exception here. So on the 4th of September, Jupiter, that is stationed in your sector, also retrogrades at 15 degrees of your sign. Although that is not malefic energy and doesn't really affect the optimism that this planet has in store for Taurus through May 24th of 2024. But it does slow down the pace of incoming opportunity and allows for Taurus to weigh what is the direction that they need to head, but where they feel like they could expand in their life. So while Jupiter slows down, ask yourself, what do you feel is missing? What step is missing to link you to that big opportunity you want, that vision that you can see yourself in ahead? There's a step that's going to be implemented here, or that what is missing can now be found in order for you to elevate and expand in this direction you're going. If you have gained some weight while Jupiter was direct in the first house, it won't be packing on as much. You do have to remember that you are in control of that. But I know how difficult that is. And when Jupiter's in the first house, you can gain, up to 20 pounds at least that year, but it'll come off. But now that the planet's retrograde, everything is jolly, but within reason. So you don't have to have the whole bag of cookies. You can have a couple. So you have more potential to not overdo the excess while Mercury is still in the first house, though retrograde, along with Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Chiron, and both nodes. Everyone, when the nodes are slowed down, everyone is assessing their reason for being here. What is your karmic path? What is your vision for yourself, and how can you get there? It's a strategy time. People are plotting quietly. They should be plotting quietly. If you ain't plotting quietly, you're not really plotting. You're letting too many people know what you're doing, and then that energy can kind of squash or squelch. Squelch? What the hell am I saying? Squash what you want to manifest if there's too much chatter about it. Also, people that talk a lot aren't really doing a lot. So keep that in mind. Keep your things to yourself somewhat in this sensitive time when there's a lot of planetary retrogrades. It's easy does it right now. We have a new moon on the 14th at 21 degrees of Virgo. We don't mind this. This is a sister brother earth sign to you, Taurus. We like a new moon in the 5th house. What kind of fun are you going to get into? What kind of new romantic, creative relationships can you have? This is a fertile time for those of age, and that applies to gender. You have the opportunity to create something new right now, whether that is a child, a song, a piece of work, a new project that requires your independence, your soul individuality. There's a need for new competition and things that inspire Taurus on that new moon. And it's not just that day. It is a 28-day lunar cycle, but prominently the 14 days on the full moon, on the new moon, until the moon fully waxes to full. So, or wanes to full, if it's the other, wanes to new, if it's the other way around. And I'm sorry, Mercury's retrograde, that might have been confusing. I choked on that. Let me try that again. From September 14th, while the moon is new, you have a 14-day accumulative period of time while the moon is waxing to full, where that energy is used in those 2 weeks, although a full lunar cycle is 28 days. Okay. Mercury also goes direct in Virgo the very next day after the new moon. That's not a coincidence, because now you have initiated energy where you have just assessed it. Mercury retrograde in Virgo for the last 3 weeks has allowed for Taurus to reassess what they desire and how to communicate about it within their dating life, their love, romance, with the relationship with their children. And now that Mercury is direct on the 15th, you can discuss what the plan is and how you're actually feeling, and make sense with each other and come through in definitely an understood communicative way. The sun enters Libra on September 23rd. Happy fall equinox. This is a beautiful time for Taurus's health, and every year is, from September 23rd through October 22nd. When the sun enters Libra, our cardinal ingress, you shine your life force, the sun, into the area of nutrition, regimen, health commitments, getting more tasks done, tending to your physical and mental health. Scheduling your doctor's appointments would be brilliant, and your annual checkups from September 23rd through October 22nd, because Mars is direct and Mercury will be direct. And Venus, Venus I really don't tap into when it comes to health so much, and just unless it's soaring through your health sector, which would be beautiful. But you really want Mars, the sector that governs instruments and blood, or the planet that governs that, and Mercury, the communication planet, direct when you're planning doctor's appointments and handling that kind of thing, and dentists, all that stuff, head to toe. And we have another Mercury retrograde, December 13th through January 1. So get things handled before December comes in too. September 29th, our full moon, there's an awareness for Taurus at 6 degrees of Aries. This is a quiet moon for you. I don't even mind it. There's a general sense of putting an end to a certain pattern, process, addiction, habit, unnecessary need, unnecessary obsession. Maybe there's just a habit that has formed here, and it's just easier for Taurus to say, no, I really don't need it. It's not serving me my highest purpose. And whatever feels unhealthy to you privately, or a little bit making a taboo or raising your eyebrow, there's something that can be let go of right now. Maybe it's even like a website that you have to pay for, or something you're spending a lot of unnecessary money on, but it's in the year, in the scheme of things, it could be a lot. So check what the habits are for yourself and what you can let go of. Assess it. Now, you don't have to go drastic, but it's always good to trim the fat here and there. Let's see what is here in this brand new, beautiful deck that I have. Taurus, if you'd like a private reading, I am looking forward to it. I'm excited to get into the fall and the quiet of the seasonal change. So I do have availability the last week or so of September. You can check me out at audreyalison.com. Let's see what we have here for September. 3 of Pentacles. That is 5th house energy. That is the artist who's creating a living, doing what they love, and getting paid for this, a passive income, feeling fulfilled because you have complete autonomy over an area of your life. 5th house. What are your creative projects? What fulfills you? What can you strategize over to give you a sense of independence and handling things on your own? And if you are an artist, creating music, art, songs, doing it in your home and rehearsing there, or creating paintings and life for your living space is also noted with the Venus direct in the 4th house. 6 of Coins. Wow. You do have the sun entering your 6th house of health and well-being. And this is a time for you to get a lot done in a short period of time and to tend to your responsibilities, to the task at hand, to be generous, to help others and animals that can't help themselves, to support the underdog, to help those less fortunate, give to goodwill, help out in charities, sign up ahead of time for working at shelters for Thanksgiving, or doing something outside of yourself will also heal you. And I also get healer, heal thyself energy from this card. What else am I getting? Hey, what's up, Taurus? Ooh, look how pretty. I've never used this deck except for this first September group of videos. So you're welcome. They're cool. And I love getting these new cards. I get new energy every time I see a new deck, even though they have their own definitions, the tarot. There's always something new. And this is inspiring me to say, plant your own food, or be prepared for growing your own food next year. Get into the dirt, get into your earth element now. Connect with the land, nature, and animals around you. You are the god and goddess of the earth. So something about earthing, getting your hands and feet in the soil. Summer isn't over just yet. So it is on the 23rd. And if you are prone to depression or can't quite see the optimism yet in Jupiter's benefit, allow it to do what it does, but pick your head up so you're not missing too many opportunities. You're allowed to have depression. You're allowed to be dealing with things. You are allowed to be unhappy and have all of your feelings. But you're also needed to be the catalyst to create your life going forward. Step into some of the unknown this month, even if it feels uncomfortable. I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate you, Taurus. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.